I wasn't.
Right. Yeah. Let me finish.
Kidding.
So
Shuffle.
my mom will call me Artyomuchka. People who love you, adore you, they put chka for babies, for brothers, for sisters, like sistrionочка, you know.
It's like a term of endearment.
Like sisissimo, you know, like brother missimo, sisissimo.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's
So
cute.
that's why Emichka, you know, like you know something that you love and adore. Yeah.
Artishka.
My mom called me Artyomushka.
Oh,
Artyomishka. That's cute.
Artyomushka.
Wow! You know, I haven't had a drink in 8 days. I have not had a drop of anything alcoholic in 8 days.
Do you know when it will look like the stairs of fools?
Huh?
You know, like when someone tall, in the middle, and smaller. It's called in Russian.
Scooch in here, baby girl.
Stairs of fools.
Okay, yeah, it is like
Yeah,
a
look
line.
at it
Other way.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. But hey, but you've been doing your drugs. You've been painkillers.
Yeah, I couldn't drink. No, it's
Exactly.
just not that I drink.
So you've been popping different high.
Shuffle. No, it's just acetaminophen. But you're not supposed to drink with it. Yeah. I'm feeling good. Meg was here. Thanks for asking. The pain has subsided significantly. I'm finally off of most of the meds. It's a bonus healing. It feels as though it's healing well.
Your bonus is healing.
My bone? Shuffle.
Good.
Shuffle in your eyes.
You know do you know how I knew that you cut your hair today? Besides visual,
Oh.
all your ears are full of hair.
Oh, the little, because when they fall?
Yes.
Well, because I got it a few hours ago and I haven't taken a shower since. So the little hairs fall and they're in my ear. Thank you, Ballin Ghost. Love to our squad mods, Trilogy Media. Mod squad? What? What do you mean shuffle?
I
Shuffle?
cannot
What are you
even
shuffling?
say good evening America because you have nothing in your hands.
Well, you didn't get me anything. I was too busy.
Oh.
I was too busy setting our stream up.
Your daddy forget to give you something.
Shuffle. That's why I said I haven't had a drink in 8 days. I was kind of hinting that maybe you'd get me one, but that's okay.
I can, but you're the one who's pumping 55.
I'm not on the med anymore. The one that I'm just on Advil now. No, not as much of it. JD Hunter, it's okay. I can just water's fine. JD Hunter, hi Ash, Art, and Amy. Happy After Dark. Shuffle. Thank you, JD Hunter. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks guys for being here. We'll give you a proper welcome in a second as soon as the weasel figures his life out.
Wow.
Wow. I'm just giving you a hard time. Shuffle, you shuffler. Welcome to the Trilogy After Dark. Indifferent. Thanks for the super chat. Indifferent. What's up, man? Thank you all for being here. It's 10 o'clock on Thursday night. Trilogy After Dark.
I'm good. I'm okay. Thank you.
I need to get you some more angry. Wow. Thank you. Wow.
Get just.
Shuffle.
All right, guys, we're back.
And
Good evening, America, and the rest our favorite world. We like family of cats.
yeah.
Every single time we do that.
Sunny is my name. You
Sunny.
changed your username. All your ears are full of hair. He made it sound like I have hairy ears. What he really means is
Yeah,
the
you
hair
do have
actually
hairy
fell
ears.
down into my ears, and so when you get a haircut and you feel some like hairs around you, it just falls down. I can't help it. Jacob Davis heard an ad for cheapoair.com company today. Yeah, I've heard some bad things about that one too, just like cheap flight fares. So we'll definitely look into it. Thank you for the super chat. Make it by Chelsea. Hey guys, can I get an oh wow? Oh wow! Thank you, Make It by Chelsea. Luke Naumovich.
We look so stupid, brother.
is it
I mean,
anybody-
we sound so stupid.
Maybe you. I'm just kidding. Luke, thanks, Luke. Is this anyone's first stream? Well, I'd be curious to know. I always love seeing new first-timers, welcoming them to our squad of happiness and positivity. Weasel's adjusting lights at 10:04. I'm not surprised.
Somebody stole us hack.
Okay,
We
well,
have to raise our lights today.
I thought you already fixed that, but okay. Already seeing some new names. House Mouse, what's up, House Mouse? Unstoppable Alliance 456.
Unstoppable?
Hi, I'm a huge fan. How are you? I'm good, Unstoppable Alliance. Thanks for asking. Meg was here. Weasel's up again. Always up, always up. Annika Schwartz, love being here tonight. Thanks for being here, Annika. Jen Wurst, Punky Brewster, Fallen Ghost, Blue Clover. Might as well do some shout outs. The Bionic Girl B, Arid Man, Matthew Canadian, Corey Sayer, Ryan Hunt. Weasel's up again. There he goes. Sugar Cookie, Michelle Pepple, JD Hunter, Sean Bateman, Jen Kren, Dill Pickle, Joy Branch, Liz Barnett, Cats, Hedgehogs, Fishbirds, Michelle Houston, Nick P. What's up, brother? Kirsty, Hussein, Lewis Quick, Monica. I see new names. Monique
lot of
Martin,
names.
Stacy Silva, Repto Mind Club 51. I watch
Well,
all your videos, but
I
I've never
wa-
been on your stream. Love the vids. See, Repto's a first-time watcher.
Yeah.
Thanks,
I
Repto.
actually want to ask.
Ask.
Yeah, not you.
Okay,
Why
ask.
should I ask anything
I don't know.
Okay,
I'm
good.
useless. Completely
Oh,
useless.
00000.
Thank you.
So, anyways, I'm talking to Squad.
Get to it.
Especially the new,
Yeah, we'll get to it. Better be a good question.
especially new first-time viewers. Guys, have you subscribed yet? Have you just clicked that clicky?
Most of them probably have.
Am I talking to you right now?
I'm talking to you though. That's the
Yeah, and I'm
that's the-
talking to my
that's the
squad.
caveat. Well, I don't hear them. I'm just kidding. I'm reading. Yeah, shuffle Ashtissima. Thank you, Brian. Yes, if anyone new, if it's your first time watching, welcome to Trilogy Media. Thank you for watching our live stream. We stream multiple times a week. This is our After Dark stream where these kind of pop up randomly. We don't really schedule these in advance more than a few hours usually. But the ones that are recurring are Tuesdays at 3 p.m. We do a live stream called Real Talk. They're going to talk shit about me. I'll just talk to you guys. And Friday, 6 p.m., we do our game night. Scammer game night. We call scammers. It's the loudest, craziest.
And it's usually
Loudest, craziest, wildest stream of the week where we make noise, make messes, call scammers, have some fun. And these are After Darks. A little more chill. We tell stories. Sometimes we call scammers. We just kind of do what everyone feels like doing. And we kind of hang out. Campfire type of vibe. And we're here. It's 10 o'clock on the West Coast. And we love you all thank you all for being here.
guys. We absolutely love you. And I tell my brother every single time. I was like, brother, I don't know about you. I miss our squad. Like, let's go live.
Joseph Thompson. Good evening, guys. Can't watch because of work. I'm sorry, brother. Well, thanks for the super chat.
Yeah, thank you. You're probably listening to us.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be. Joseph Thompson, we love you.
Yeah. Look, listen. Sometimes I'm listening.
Sunny is my name. Send hearts for Amy. Thank you, Sunny.
Aw.
Amber Lynn, Amber Missimo, we love you. Love your Tuesday streams. Thanks, Ashley. Always interesting and fun. Yes, never know what's going to happen.
We have
Master Blaster. I like that name.
Blaster Schmaster in your ass.
Shauna Zito. Love you too.
Yeah. What did you call me today? Guys, we did film today actually 3 different separate videos from 3 different angles. And for some reason, my brother called. Okay, guys. Yeah, 1 second. Dexter Missimo gonna do the best what he. The best that
Might
he.
be back. Hang on. Okay, it's back. Sorry, guys. It went offline for a second. Let us know if we're still here. What's up, Matt the Legend?
Mattissimo.
Yeah, a lot of buffering. Anyone give us a word? We're back. Hopefully it's
Back.
back.
Yeah.
Chris S says it's back. Sorry, guys. Got a freaking message said it's offline or some shit. I don't know. The freaking Wi-Fi people or, man, I don't know, messing with us today.
Wi-Fi people.
Sorry about that. Thanks for sticking around, having faith that we're not just balling out in the middle of the stream, you know. We're here.
Like Weasel. Cha!
Yeah, and Weasel's up and down. I guess the Wi-Fi is too. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Sorry about that. Hopefully it's good
Cool
for
background.
most.
Thank you. Yeah. What kind of background do we have today?
A big bridge.
Big bridge.
Big ass bridge. Looks like Golden Gate. What were you saying?
Look like San Francisco.
Somebody didn't want to listen to what you were saying because it went offline. What were you saying?
With you interrupting every single 20.
I didn't interrupt it. The Wi-Fi interrupted it.
Ah,
Blame me for everything, Dexter. You just blame Dexter. It's Dexter's
No, I was
fault.
saying today that you call me Vlad.
Yeah.
Zapta kukuku is
Yeah,
cactus in my ass.
you gotta find out why.
Yeah. Yes, guys.
Anyway,
we're working on new videos.
We've got a lot of new videos, actually, and one we finished the other day, which I'm currently editing. Hilarious and amazing and messy. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, we're not gonna tell. Is it verbally messy? Is it physically messy?
Or both.
Oh, look at you.
Wow.
Look at you.
What's up, Matt the Legend? Thanks for being here, man. Luke Naumovich. Noah Sinclair, good to see you, man. Bren Fireheart. God, a lot of names I don't see
know,
often.
guys.
Bunyip, what's up, Sandra?
Welcome. Well, brother, how about since you have such an amazing story? Let's you wanna give love the background. Thank you, Sean.
Thank you, Shauna.
Shauna. Thank you, Shauna.
Thank you, Shauna.
Max?
Scoot in. Are you in the stream? Or are you, yeah, there you go. Pretend like you like me.
Oh shit, it's so hard. Oh, I'm in Hollywood, right?
Thank you.
Yeah. So anyways, guys.
Anyways, anywho.
Guys, today is Thursday. Tomorrow is gonna be Crazy Friday live stream.
Game night.
Game night.
Don't miss it. 6 p.m. tomorrow. Yeah.
It's gonna be messy. Today it's a story time.
Yes.
We're gonna tell you we have the same subject but drastically opposite stories.
Yeah.
One good one,
Well, and,
One scary one.
well, here's the deal with mine. See, I've hinted at this, and anyone that's watched Past After Darks probably knows what I'm talking about. I've told just the introduction.
You did.
I've set
You
up the
did.
premise. I haven't told it the actual story. The thing is, the story has so many different like mini parts to
You
it.
even intrigued me.
Yeah,
by
well,
that story.
The story has so many different mini parts to it that like any one part on its own.
It's not like I was trying to interrupting you, right? Like or something, right?
Okay, you tell your story first. Shuffle. Wes Johnson. Hiya, Amy, Ashton, and Art. What's up, brother, man? Thanks for being here. You gonna let me tell it, or are you gonna shuffle?
I just love,
Okay.
like, you know, like you're giving you
I'm just
taste of your
trying
own
to
medicine.
I'm giving some. I don't ever do that to
Your
you.
medicine is AK-47.
The only time I interrupt you is when I'm reading a super chat. 'Cause you never give me a word in edgewise. You're on a rant when people are super chatting. I like to say thank you for the contribution.
Okay, go. Well, Sonny, by the way, happy
so
late
annoying.
birthday.
Okay. Happy birthday, Sonny. You can tell your story first. Go for it. I'm gonna sit back for a second, enjoy my water. Go for it. Tell your story.
You cannot sit back. No, I want to know.
Mine's too long. You go first.
Oh, no, I'm listening.
I gotta go to the bathroom. You start.
Oh.
I'll be right back.
And he's gone.
I know, like Daxter, he's always nah, and he's gone. Okay, good. Hopefully, I'm not gonna see you for next 45 minutes. All right, see you, Scoopin. Good day, boys. Veronica. Good day, boys and Amy.
Hi, Veronica.
It's Friday in Australia.
Yeah.
It's Friday. All right, guys. So we're gonna we have two stories, and it's about landlord, right? So we're not gonna tell you when it's happened. Maybe we can tell you when it's happened. We're not gonna tell you which building and what are the names. So I want his story because he been bragging about this. Do you know that story?
Yes.
I don't.
Oh. Actually, I don't think I know all of it.
He was like, you know, he will give a little bit here, he will give a little bit there,
Yeah.
and like, you know, sprinkle around, and one like, okay, you wanna hear it? And he'll disappear, like right now, like, oh, yeah? My story is long, and look at him. Choo! Well, we're definitely gonna give him an opportunity, without interruption, to tell his story. Well, I have story as well. My story is more like, I told you don't be back for 45 minutes.
Finish your story.
No, we give like great introduction for your story.
You don't even know about my story.
Yeah, but you like to sprinkle around. So you told us your story a little bit, and right now we're ready to hear it.
Oh, is that right?
No, it's 100% right.
Wow. Am I gonna get to tell more than 10 seconds of it before you cut me off? Or are you gonna wait 15 seconds?
I will wait for you.
Okay.
Okay,
Shuffle
go.
on your ass. Okay. For those that have watched After Darks in the past, I've hinted at it before that I lived with, and I unfortunately, Boo! New member! Boo's been around, but thank you again for joining, Boo. We love you so much.
John. Thank you so much. Welcome.
You guys know that I have lived, or some of you know, that I've lived with, and it wouldn't be right for me to use any names here, but I can give details of all the craziness that ensued. I've lived with a long time ago, and she was this a long time ago. I only lived with her, I don't know, 9 years ago. But she is an Academy Award nominee. That's all I can say for acting, you know, an actress, not behind the scenes. Arid Man. Guys, Amy, just curious, sent an email early and wanted to know if we can get an update on emails. Totally understandable if you're busy. Love you guys. Arid Man, yes, I do have your email. I haven't replied to it yet because it is so long and I wanted to give it the proper attention and I don't want to just shoot you a copy and paste reply. I'm not about that. So I want to give you a proper reply and it's been absolutely insane. Please forgive me, but I'm getting to it. Thank you for sending it because I know it's from the heart and I want to read every word of it, and I'm going to soon. So thank you for your patience. Sunny is my name. I got subs from my fam and friends showing my B-Day video. Yes.
Aww.
What's up, Sunny? Rebecca H., the Armenian landlords. You mentioned them before. No, it's not them. This was long before that, actually. This is before I even knew him. This was in the first year I lived in LA. It was actually like the second place I lived in because I moved to LA and... Anyway, before I get into the story, there's like a bunch of little snippets like over the course of like 6 weeks, and any of these by themselves aren't that weird. But when you kind of like pile them on,
Combine them together.
it's like this is weird. The best way I can describe this woman is if you've seen Misery, the movie Misery with Kathy Bates. Just remove the violence. Like I was never like physically threatened, but the vibe, the creepy kind of overly nice at first kind of vibe where it ends up turning very sinister. It was very present in this situation. Did you ever see Misery?
No, I haven't.
Did you ever see Misery?
But
No.
right when
What
you
a
just,
fuck! Anyone seen Misery? It's
but
creepy
when
as
you
hell.
but when you start talking and telling that story, that's actually my landlord story. Is on my second place in America, and that was like my first 6 months
Really?
in America.
Yeah. Because I moved in January. I stayed with my aunt way up in Santa Clarita for like 2 weeks while I looked for a place closer. I was in Northridge for like less than a month, and I left just because the lady was nice, but like it was such a small quarters. It was actually basically a portion of a garage turned into a room, and it was just really cold and uncomfortable. So I left there. It was the place after that. Okay, I was looking for rooms to rent in the San Fernando Valley, and I came across this one. And I went and I met her, and she was kind of, happy and kind of... It didn't,
Weird at the same time.
it didn't even feel weird. It just felt like really friendly and kind of like eccentric, I guess is maybe the best word I could use for a first impression. I was in a real hurry to find a place, so I didn't give it too much analysis.
What means eccentric?
Eccentric, kind of like oddball, energetic, but kind of in a weird way. Sometimes,
Okay.
I don't know,
Okay, so she was weird though.
Kind of, but not yet, right?
Hey, we're all weirdos,
So
right?
anyway, it seemed really nice. The room was great. The place had a pool. It was in the right location for the right price, so I went for it. Okay.
Okay.
So I moved in, and so I just have to start at the beginning, and I might not get through all of these little snippets because I need to really get the details of like the vibe. This is all about vibe and tone.
He prepared. Wow. He has
No,
his
I just wrote a list only because there's only two people, two friends of mine that I've told this whole story to, because to tell it really properly takes like an hour. And I've only told it like two people, and I had to text them when I started. I almost told the story in a previous After Dark, and I forgot like half of the story. So I texted them, "Hey, this is what I'm remembering. Can you remind me what the other parts were? Because I blocked it out. It's just like it was traumatic at the time." Anyway, they reminded me the rest of the story that I had skipped my mind, so I wrote them down so I wouldn't forget. Okay.
such a Dexter.
But the first thing was definitely the laundry. Okay, this is the first part where I started to get a little bit of a hint of what I was dealing with. Okay, so I moved in, and it was like the day after or the day after that. I can't remember, but because I was moving so much, I had a lot of laundry backed up, a lot of dirty laundry. I had this red kind of felt hamper with just overflowing. I mean, it was probably a good 20, 30 pounds of laundry just from my move, from limited laundry access to my previous place. Like, it had built up over the last like 6 weeks. I had a ton of laundry to do. I was hoping I was finally settled in a comfortable place, so I was like, okay, I'll just get all caught up on this laundry. And she had shown me briefly when I moved in and when I went to see the place where the laundry was, which was actually outside, which I thought was kind of interesting. But I was like, okay, maybe it's a SoCal thing. I don't know. It was like right outside.
it's a house, right?
It's a house.
It's a house.
In the San Fernando Valley. And you walk out, and there's kind of like a little patio area. And that's where the washer and the dryer are. And these details are important. It's a washer, white washer. Right next to it, right next to it is a dryer. It's like the standalone ones. They're not stacked. It was the separate units, right? And then so she had told me, yeah, you can do laundry here. It's kind of on the fritz, but it works. And I was like, okay, I didn't ask too many more questions. So this was the first dose of weird, okay? My room had a door leading out to the backyard, right from the room. And that's where the laundry was. So this one afternoon, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do... And this is maybe the second or third day I've been there. I hadn't really communicated with her that much, other than the initial process,
and
right?
she lives in that
Oh, she
on the
lives
property,
there,
right?
yeah.
She lives
And I was kind of excited because this lady is an Academy Award nominee for Best Supporting Actress.
Holy shit.
For a long time ago, and I can't say what year or what
Right.
film or
Is
her
it
name.
nice house?
I mean, yeah. It wasn't a mansion. It
Yeah.
was just. It's in the San Fernando Valley, so I'm sure it wasn't cheap. But it was just a nice, normal, residential house with a pool in the backyard. It was fine. I mean, she was older, so it was just like whatever it was. And she's in a very, very notable horror film, classic. I can't say it. I want to. I'm not going to. But a very famous cult classic horror film. She's one of the stars of. So everyone knows her face. You might not know her name. Everyone knows who she is.
Okay.
So that's why I was kind of excited. I was like, well, I'm new to town. I got this like veteran I'm living with her. Like, this is cool, right?
Yeah. First sign that I'm doing, I'm in the right direction.
Yeah. So anyway, I have my laundry, and I'm walking out into the backyard, and I'm crossing the backyard to the other side of the house where the laundry is. And I didn't notice she was watching me. I didn't even notice that she was staring at me. She was sitting in her office area, which was inside the house, but there was a giant screen door, glass door that was open, so she could basically walk outside. So I didn't even see her there. I was walking past her with my laundry bag, and she didn't even say hello. She didn't, I didn't even know she was there. You know when someone just starts talking to you and you don't know they're in your presence? It kind of startles you?
Yeah.
That's what happened. This is what she says in a very overly sweet / creepy way. This is what she says. That's too much laundry to be doing at my house, sweetheart.
Ooh.
Really creepy. That's too much laundry to be doing at my house, sweetheart. Like that. And I was like, okay, and granted, I'm 19. I'm a lot younger, a lot less confrontational than I am now, a lot more easygoing, maybe a little bit of a pushover. So I was like, oh, I'm really sorry. This is kind of not normal anyway. I'm just backed up. I moved twice in the last month. I'm just a little behind. I was just hoping to kind of get caught up on it a little bit, and that won't happen again. But my heart's pounding, right? And she's like, okay, well, just this one time.
It's already
weird, right?
It's already weird / creepy.
Just this one time. Like with a big smile, but it's fake and evil,
You
you know?
can see
You know
it.
the feeling. I'm trying to create a tone. This whole story is about tone, not about actual actions, okay?
Sonny, was it my mom?
No. Luke, thank you for the super chat. Yeah, guys, it wouldn't be cool. I can't say the name. I'd get myself in trouble. So don't get... And to be fair, it's not like an A-list celebrity that you're going to guess. It's just one of those people that you'd probably recognize, but you're not going to guess it, and I'm not going to say it, so don't worry about it.
Yeah. Forget about
What's
it.
more important is what I went through, and what I'm sharing with you is a really crazy experience in LA. So I get to the laundry, and I remember her making a point when I first moved in of she needs to show me how to use it. Fine, maybe she's anal about her laundry machine. A lot of people are. Fine, whatever. Because she's like, it's kind of old, and there's a certain way you got to use it. Okay? And here it gets weird. So she's like, oh, and she's very anal about the way she's showing me. She's like, okay, so you're gonna open this, and she had to literally almost do it for me. And one of those things where she won't let you touch.
Yeah.
And she filled the washer. I'm not even kidding you. Less than a quarter full of clothes. And she's like, you can't put any more in. You can't put more in because it'll overload it and it overheats or something. And if you were to stuff a laundry machine full, I had probably 4 loads to do.
I have a question for you before you go in details.
Oh my god.
You know, I noticed, especially in America, in my country, it's not a common sense when you have these public laundries, when it's like me, 6'5", they tall, they wide, you can shuffle 55 loads in one laundry and it's done.
Right.
So why you never consider that?
Well, because that was part of a selling point of me moving in is that, okay, I can do my laundry there. I have a private laundry machine. That's great. That's a plus.
Public, right.
But second of all, I lived in a neighborhood, so I'd have to drive anywhere to do that. And it's just a pain in the ass, and I didn't want to if I didn't have to. I didn't think that far ahead because I thought I had a laundry machine at my house. So it's like I didn't...
If you're paying...
This was the next step, but you're ahead of me. Right now, at this point, I have laundry at my house, so I wanted to use it, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, it was less than a quarter full, and she's like, you can't put any more. So I was like, thinking to myself, wow, this is going to be like 18 loads.
And you said normally wow back in the days, right? You didn't say,
oh, wow! No. Jay Doyle, shout out. I haven't told you any of this, have I?
I think you've told me little bits, but you haven't. I
She
haven't
doesn't
heard
know the
this.
he
majority
gave away
of
a
this.
couple hints here and there, but he's such a... Okay. I'm interested.
We have talked about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not a whole lot, though.
No.
I don't think I've done the full story.
Yeah, because
No.
you usually say, guys, it's a story goddamn long.
It is.
So I'm going to
Because
leave it specifically
it's about tone.
Yeah, okay.
And you're getting it already, I think.
Oh, yeah,
right?
shit, of course.
So she stops me at a quarter way full. And then then she has to walk me through how to actually run the machine, right? So this is what she explains to me. So it's an open top laundry machine like this, right? So a normal laundry machine, if it's on and you open it, the machine stops because it knows that it's on, right? There's usually some kind of mechanism that tells the machine the lid is closed or the lid is open, right? And in this case, the lid had a piece like of plastic that came down, and when it was closed, it would push an internal button, and that's how the machine would know it's closed, right? The thing goes, it clicks in, and it knows it's closed, so it can go, right?
Yeah.
That piece had broken off a long time ago.
Okay.
That piece didn't exist.
Yeah, makes sense.
So what she had done to fix it was taken a nail and had fixated it onto the lid with some like tape or glue, and the nail would close into the button and push the button so the machine could operate. Okay? So she's like, you got to be very careful because it's not on there very good, so you have to guide it into the button. It's like an internal hole button. You have to guide it in there so it closes evenly and it can turn on, otherwise it won't start. So, it's full. We put the detergent in. I don't want to miss any beats, so I'm just thinking it through. We put the detergent in. Okay, we're ready to start it. She's got the dials. She had to walk me through that. Now, she goes to close it, and then she notices that the screw's like a little loose. So she takes it. It's kind of like one it can like come off but she'd have to fixate it on there, I guess, each time or whatever. Whatever it was, it's off. And so she left to go get some more of the glue or whatever she normally uses. Okay, so I'm standing there alone with the screw in my hand. And I'm kind of interested. I'm just looking at it. She's gone for maybe 90 seconds. And I'm interested as to how this works. So I'm trying to maybe think about maybe I can be a good tenant and help her fix it better or something. Yeah. So I'm looking at it. I'm sizing it up on the thing, and then I'm sizing it up in the hole. And as I'm sizing it up in the hole, it slips out of my fingers and falls into the machine. Clink, 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 clink. All the way into the machine. Gone. And my heart dropped out of my asshole. I was standing there.
Just like that.
Just like that. It's like my hands were sweaty and I was kind of just sizing it up in the hole and it slipped out of my fingers and it fell into the hole and I can hear it clink all the way to the bottom, never to be seen again.
Such a Baxter.
And my heart literally shat out of my asshole. I was freaked out in this moment because I was already creeped out. And then I was like, oh, fuck, now I really screwed up. So then I hear her walking back. And she comes back out ready to fix it. And then she looks and she's like, where's the screw? and I could have taken one of two directions. I could have owned up to it immediately and faced a hit. Or I could try to weasel my way out of it. And my terrified instincts picked the second one, but I didn't do it very well. I tried to
because you're not a weasel.
I tried to weasel my way out of it by pretending like I don't know what happened. You know, when you do that thing where like, oh, I'm not really sure. I set it down and then it I don't know, maybe it fell. I kind of tried to lie my way out of it and it didn't work. And while I'm stuttering, you know, she's just doing that thing where she's staring at you. She's just staring at me, not saying a word while I'm stuttering. I'm like, I don't know. I think it may have fallen. I heard something. I'm not sure. And then she just waited for me to finish. And she's just looking at me. And she says this. This arrangement is never going to work if you can't be honest with me. And I was like, what? Really low and quiet.
What was the arrangement?
Like me renting the room.
No, I know.
It's monthly. I mean,
it's monthly,
I had
right?
given
So
her
it's
a...
not like
yeah, no,
6 months or whatever.
I can't remember if I signed a minimum month thing or not. I only lived there for like a month and a half, spoiler alert. No, but she said that right to me. She's like, this arrangement is never going to work if you can't be honest with me.
Oh my God.
Really quiet. And then she just like walks away. And I'm just standing there like shitting myself. Anyway, she comes back. I forget the outcome of this. I don't know how we ended up fixing it. We found a way. I don't remember because from that point on, I wasn't thinking about it. I was thinking about how fucked I was. We fixed it anyway, and we ran the load, right? I went back to my room while that load was going on, and I'm thinking to myself, there's no way I can do 17 more of these. So I start, and then she's like, oh, well, there's a laundromat down the street or whatever. There's a fluff and fold. I didn't know what a fluff and fold was. And she told me, go to the fluff and fold. They do it for you.
While you do your fluff.
Nigel, stop it. Someone said. Let us know if we're back. Sorry, guys.
We're back on my phone, yeah.
Yeah? Okay. I don't know why it's still not...
Am I the only one who has a wet ass?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Wow, thanks.
I know that's annoying. I know everyone's saying I left off at fluff and fold. I'll pick up there. Why does this keep happening?
Weird.
We never had that before, actually. so many times in a row,
I
right?
don't know what the deal is.
Yeah.
We reset the router yesterday.
Yeah.
Anna told me, she was like, Artyom, internet recently was really bad.
Yeah,
She was like, maybe we need to call company.
I can call them.
Yeah, last night it was bad.
Yeah, are we here, guys? Sorry about that. It's still saying I'm not connected, but a lot of you are saying I'm back, so I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm so sorry. I'll pick up a fluff and fold. Don't worry. Just someone.
Just the name is fluffing is just already hilarious. Fluff on the fall.
Careful. That was close. Did that hit the ground hard?
No.
Okay. That thing is not cheap to fix. I've already broken it once. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Look at this. Still says no data. Very odd. Apologies. Internet is not cooperating.
Yeah. I think you
Okay,
even
now
scared
it
the
says
internet.
now it's back. I know. Nigel's hacking you. Very well could be. Okay, it says that we're back. Sorry about that, guys. If it buffers again, I'll pick up. Anyway, the fluff and fold was pretty much the end. She told me to go to the fluff and fold. I didn't know what it was. It turns out it was a place they do the laundry for you. So I thought, oh, it'd be great. Maybe that can just drop it off there. But it was like $1.50 a pound, and I had like 30 pounds. So it was a lot of money, and I was like, I can't do this every time. And so I was like, there was another place with the bigger machines farther away, and I was just like stressing out about where I was going to do all my laundry. But anyway, it ended up getting sorted. I only did the one load at her house, and then I just stopped, and she never asked me about it again. So
She was probably happy.
yeah. So anyway, let me tell another part. As I was saying, I think when we may have cut off the part, I don't have to tell every step of the story in this stream because there's a lot of them, and it gets progressively worse.
I want to know everything, honestly.
Okay.
I'm intrigued. Russian weasel is intrigued?
I'll try to blow through them somewhat fast.
Okay.
Which one comes next? This one. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So now this one I have less details about, but essentially about a week into living there, I was sleeping. I can't remember if it was night or morning, but I woke up and something caught my eye, and I don't remember what compelled me to look here, but it was kind of behind the.
No, sorry.
I know when you do that.
No noises, right, during the night? Like nothing like weird, like, you know, like when you live in a big house with someone?
Not other than Beluga bears snoring. Holy fuck, this woman can snore. Really? Like animalistic snoring.
Like hippopotamus?
I was across the house. This woman can fucking snore, but that's beside the point.
Okay.
But no sounds.
But not like when somebody's walking
No.
while you're sleeping and you hear like somebody
No, nothing
all staring
like that.
at you when you know
Not
somebody's
that I
in the
know
room.
of, but you'll hear. There's more to the story.
Yeah, okay.
Something compelled me to look behind the bed, and I looked down under the bed, but towards the wall, and I see a folded up $20 bill. Now I'm a Dexter, okay? I analyze everything, and I always look for the worst possible outcome of any situation, and I try to avoid it.
True statement.
So I found a $20 bill. My initial immediate instinct was cool, but then I thought, wait, what if she put that there as a test, as an integrity test? What if she put it there, because she has access to the room anytime she wants. What if she put it there to have me take and then check on it later, see that it's gone, and then confront me about it, right?
What?
So I took the $20 bill and I brought it to her. I was trying to be smart. I was like, hey, by the way, I found this on the floor. I out of respect, I wanted to tell you that I found this on the floor. It's not mine. It might be yours. I don't know whose it is.
Buonissimo. It's your room!
Exactly, but it was clearly a past tenant or hers either way. So I tried to take the high road there and be honest so she couldn't, Yeah. But it was scary that even a week in, I was already looking for tests.
Yeah.
That's the kind of environment I was in. So anyway, she was nice about it. I don't know if it was real or not, but she's like, hey, that's great. Why don't we both take it to the grocery store and we'll split it on some goods? I was like, oh, that's nice. Right? And she's like, while we're out, I can show you around the neighborhood because I was new. I was like, okay, all right, I'll take it. So we drove to the store, and it was a weird experience at the store. And I don't remember a lot of details. We got some stuff. All I remember is she wanted to buy like a roast chicken. And it was one of those stores where it's like a separate section for that and you had to pay for it there. But then they like asked her to take it and pay for it up front. And she flipped out like in the middle of the store. This is the first time I've ever been in public with her.
God.
She flips out at the meat guy and was like screaming at him because apparently they never used to make her go to the front and pay for it. She could pay for it there. She had a big flip out. And I wasn't really involved in it, but I watched it happen. It was just like another weird thing. And I was like, okay. So anyway, moving on. I'm just setting up little things. So that was the $20 bill. Next.
I'm glad she didn't. You will get used to it. I'm glad she didn't even like, hey, we have $20. Let's go get a drink together. One drink for you, one drink for me.
She didn't do that, thankfully. Next, and there's a couple of these that are a little milder, okay? Next was the movie night. We watched a movie together one night because we were just, I don't know, it was a living room and I was sick of being in the room and we were whatever. We watched The Hurt Locker, right?
How many bedroom house? How big is the house? How big
3.
was the house? 3.
How many times are you going to ask me that?
How many? Well, right now, like I'm a freaking Sherlock Holmes. How many How many bathrooms?
3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms.
Okay, you don't have to share a bathroom with her.
No, okay. I'd share a bathroom with an occupant of the other bedroom that didn't exist yet. The bedroom was currently vacant, but there was another bedroom.
No more questions for
Thank you.
20 seconds.
Thank you. Shuffle. Where was I at? Home movie. So after The Hurt Locker, she's like, oh, well, me and my daughter are working on a film. And she's got real credits. So I was like, oh, really? That's cool. She's like, yeah, let me show it to you. And I can't put into words what I saw. It was about a suicide bomber. And it was as if you gave a 4-year-old a camcorder to follow around a teenage girl in a black dress costume and make a movie. Mind-numbingly stupid, horrible thing. It was awful, but that's beside the point. A lot of this is beside the point, but I'm painting a picture for you, okay? Next, this was a big one. I got the snoring, I got the home movie, I got the $20. Oh, okay, this one comes first. I was gone, and now, mind you, I worked at Blockbuster in this era of my life. I was gone all day at something. I don't know if it was work this day or whatever. I came home in the afternoon, and she's sitting in the kitchen with a big smile on her face. And I was like,
by herself?
Yeah. I was like,
you said yeah, like it's.
I was like, hi. And she's like, hi. How was your day? And I was like, great. How was your day? And this is what she says. Oh my, it was great. I got robbed. With a big smile on her face. I got robbed. And I was like, tell me more. Sunny is my name. Thank you for the super chat. She proceeds to tell me when someone tells you about something tragic and you can tell that they're affected by it? This was as if she told me that she went to the zoo today. That's the kind of vibe she had, but she was telling me about how she got robbed at the house today. Well, I was gone and called the cops. Apparently, the story she painted for me was that she called a locksmith because she locked herself out of her bedroom, and the guy unlocked the door, and then according to her, he would not let her in the room until she paid him extra or something. There was some kerfuffle about the lock and the payment. And so then he assaults her, hits her, shoves her down onto the ground, runs out the back door and hops her fence and vanishes. And she calls the police. The police show up, take a report, an assault report. I don't even remember if she had bruises or not. But apparently there was this huge home invasion scenario with a locksmith and a cop. Well, I went to the fucking store or something. I came back and she's just sitting in the kitchen like this after apparently all of this went down. And I'm like, do I need to be concerned? What do we do now? And she's like, oh, it's fine. Apparently he could be hiding in the backyard and we don't know, ready to kill us one night. So it was just but the way she told it was with such relaxation. As if, the zoo was fun. I got robbed. That kind of thing. It was terrifying. Okay? So this is when I'm starting to get a little more of a hint that maybe she's not just anal. Maybe she's fucking out of her mind. Okay?
What is it, cacophone?
A kerfuffle?
Yeah.
What does it sound like?
Cacophone.
Okay, so here's the big one. Okay, this is when it really, really, really started to go down. I was at a rehearsal one afternoon. I was in an acting class, so we met actors behind, outside of class to work on our scenes, right? I'm at my friend's apartment working on the scene, and I see she calls me on my phone, and I'm in the middle of rehearsing, so I don't answer it. I push it to voicemail, and I see that a voicemail comes in. So a little bit later, like 10 minutes later, I have a minute to hear it. So I listen to the voicemail. Thank you, JD Ra. Bedtime for me. Good night. Have a good sleep. Thank you for being here. I see I have a voicemail. And the voicemail is about her dog. Now, I didn't mention she does have a Chihuahua. I don't want to say the actual Chihuahua's name because I feel like if it's online anywhere, it might trace back to her. So I'm going to name the Chihuahua Daisy, okay? But everything else she said is exactly how I'm about to say it. On the voicemail, this is exactly what I hear. Now, mind you, she's in her house alone, okay? This is what I hear. Hi, Ashton. It's, me, her name. Hi, Ashton. It's me. Have you seen Daisy? Have you seen my dog? Oh, hi. How you doing? Call me. There's so much wrong with that. I don't even know where to start. So, her dog is missing. She's completely unaffected by it. And she apparently had a little mini conversation with somebody standing in the room with her. She's at home and there's no one there. I'll reiterate. Hi, Ashton. It's me. Have you seen Daisy? Have you seen my dog? Oh, hi. How you doing? Call me. So I call her back, and I don't remember if I got her on the phone or not, but I rush home. Okay?
Andrew, can't blame the dog for bouncing.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's hilarious.
So I rush home, and she's not in the house. She's driving up and down the street with her window down, yelling for the dog. Daisy! Daisy! Like, up and down the street. And at this point, she's starting to sound a little concerned. I can notice that it's taken a turn. Now she sounds panicked. Daisy! Daisy! Okay. She parks her car and walks up to the house where I am. And she's concerned. She's like, have you seen Daisy? And I'm like, no, I've been gone all day. I'm at a rehearsal. What happened? And she said, when did you leave?
Oh, God.
And I said, I don't know, about 10:30. And she said, you didn't leave the front door open, did you? And I said, no, of course not. And she's like, are you sure? And I was like, yes. I have OCD about locking doors. I would never leave your front door open, especially with an animal in the house, ever. And she's like, I think it's possible you might have left the door open and just not realized it.
Oh my God.
She completely put the blame on me.
Wow.
No matter how much I insisted, I did not leave that door open. She said, you left the door open. That's the only way she could have gotten out.
And I actually have I'm a witness about Ashton double checking, triple checking.
Does that sound like me?
Checking. No! I'm making fun at him every single time when we leave our apartment.
And she wasn't even accusing me. It was a fact. I left the door open. You left it open and just didn't realize it. What do you do with that? You have an emotional old woman.
Nothing?
You have an emotional old woman who's the one I live with, blaming me for her missing dog. So I started to panic. What do I do right now? This is where I live, and this woman might stab me tonight. So we keep.
That's for days.
She gets back.
Days.
She gets. She gets back in her car. She gets back in her car, goes up and down the street, comes back in the house. It's like an hour, and I'm trying to help, but what are you supposed to do? And so I'm standing in the yard, and she's in the house. This is about an hour and a half later. And I'm not by the front door. I'm near the wall next to the front door, which divides me and her bedroom. And I hear a very quiet and faint "Ruff, ruff," coming from inside her bedroom.
From her bedroom.
And I said, I called for her name. I'll just call her Donna. Donna! Donna! She comes back out, and we listen. I'm like, listen. Ruff, ruff. And she's like, Daisy! And I just stand there in disbelief. She runs back in the house. I hear her run back into her bedroom, shuffling. Mind you, I forgot to say this. She always locks her bedroom door, but there was one moment where she opened it and walked in, and I saw in her room for 2 seconds, and it was a hoarding situation. I mean, I could not see her carpet. Okay, I'm just adding that in. I hear her shuffling, literally shuffling things in her room. Daisy! Ah! And the dog was stuck under a hoarding pile of things in her room in the corner, close enough to the wall where I could hear her barking outside. And then she just pretended like nothing happened. She never once brought up the accusation. She never once apologized to me. It was just like, oh, dogs, you know how they are. And it was over.
Oh my God.
I was traumatized.
I bet you were.
There's a few more of these. I can stop now, or you can tell your story.
No, because like my story is nothing compared to your freaking horror movie.
Okay, so I'm going in order here. I'm out of town. Now, this is a couple weeks later. Now, mind you, all this is in a span of like 6 weeks. Okay? Keep going. I'm out of town. Okay, this is a couple weeks later. This is probably less than 4 weeks of living there. Still, less than a month. About three and a half weeks in. I'm out of town. I'm up in Idaho visiting my family.
Monique, I have coffee, and I'm invested.
I'm up in Idaho visiting family. I still worked at Blockbuster. I had time off for this trip.
How long Daisy was stuck? People asking. How long dog was stuck in her room? Do you think?
Well, I got the voicemail at probably noon to 1, and probably got back to the apartment by 2 or 3, and then we found her around 4 or 5. So, I mean, 4 or 5 hours. Okay. Enough to panic an owner to think that the dog was gone. Okay. But it was in her room the whole time.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I'm in Idaho. I work at Blockbuster. I still lived, and for the sake of this story, I'm going to just keep calling her Donna. I had a manager at Blockbuster. I had time off for this trip. My work, they never call me, ever. They never call me for anything. Unless, maybe they'll text me if they need a shift covered. But I'll never get a phone call off of work hours, ever. I'm sitting in my mom's kitchen, and I look at my phone, and I have a voicemail from the store manager of Blockbuster. The one directly who works at the store, but the highest rank of that store. Left a message on my phone. I listened to the message, and she said, hey, Ashton, it's, me at Blockbuster. Who's Donna? Donna, someone named Donna just called here asking me why your hours had been cut. Call me back.
Oh my God.
So your hours got cut, right? And you told Donna.
At one point early on when I first was moving in there, she asked me, because obviously I'm renting a room, so she asked about employment. I told her, look, I work at Blockbuster. I don't have a lot of money. I can afford the rent. Right now I'm only working part-time because there's not enough full-time hours. I made a very brief mention that I had worked less lately than normal.
Oh, so shit, I got it. You quit the job already. You moved to a new state, to California, to Los Angeles. And no?
No, you're completely off.
Okay.
I work at Blockbuster in California, here. Okay? I work at Blockbuster and I live with Donna.
Yes.
Okay? I had made a very brief mention to Donna early on when I first moved in that I'm working less hours right now because it's off season or something.
Okay.
I one sentence. I didn't even bring it up as an issue. I just said, right now I'm only working part-time. That's it. And that was like 3 or 4 weeks prior to this happening. So then I'm out of town on a break from work, and my boss leaves me a message saying, "Who's Donna? She just called here asking me why your hours had been cut. Call me back." Now, I'm 800 miles away. My boss thinks that I am having, people call her on my behalf to ask why my hours had been cut.
Or
Which,
maybe
A, my hours hadn't really been cut, and B, she had no right to do that.
No.
Unless it's your girlfriend or wife, because even, like...
Well,
it's-
even then you say, "Hey, where's Ashton?" You don't say, yeah. So I was livid, mad.
Oh yeah.
Livid. I called my manager at
As
work.
Matthew would say, I went mental.
Yes. So I called my manager to verify this. I said, "Okay, tell me exactly what she did." And she's like, "She called here. She wanted to know who the manager was. And she started drilling me, asking me why you had been cut hours and why that was wrong and why I should give you more hours and how mad she was for screwing me over."
Oh my god.
Like, went off on my manager unprompted while I was out of town.
Oh, wow!
And I specifically asked the manager, did she actually spoke the words, "Why were his hours cut?" She's like, "Yes, 100%. So I called Donna. She didn't answer the phone. So I left her a message.
Donna ended the stream.
Seriously, haunting. Let us know, guys, if anyone can see us. I'm so sorry. It's so annoying, guys. I'm so sorry.
Buffering with the thumbnails.
Is it?
Fine.
Yeah, same stuff.
Yeah.
I have exactly the same.
That's really annoying.
This content would be mega great in TV series.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking seriously. Should we...
It's not working.
No. That's what we're getting. Oh no, we're back.
Oh yeah, we're back. Ew.
Sorry, guys. I know that's so annoying.
Yeah, it's never happened before. Like, it's happened once before, but...
I reset the router, so hopefully it won't happen again. I'm really sorry. It was giving us problems this week, so... Anyway, give everybody a chance to get back.
Maybe we should call tomorrow AT&T before our live stream.
Well, you can call AT&T if you want. That's not our internet provider. Unless if you have a friend there to say hi to, go for it. Hopefully it's back. Give everyone a chance to get back on here.
Yeah, because people
We're just getting to
refueling.
the good part.
No.
Yeah, I know.
All right, people are still okay. Still 125 people here.
Wow.
Sorry about that, guys. Not our fault, but I reset the router, so hopefully it won't happen again. I'll pick up where I left off. Don't worry, you're not going to miss anything. Cool.
Brian May, I had to close and reopen. I know. I did exactly the same, Brian.
So we're good?
Yes.
We're good?
We're good.
Welcome back. Donna's making you buffer. Definitely, Andrew. Romantic Dream. Pony Love.
Donna.
Nothing against you, Donna Demetric.
Oh no.
We love you, Donna. I'm just using that as a pseudonym for this person.
not the
Glad
real
we're back.
name.
We're good. Good. Michelle, if you can hear it, try refreshing it.
Donna, why did you pick my name?
Laurel Southwell, shout out to you. Thank you guys for hanging in. Sorry about that. I know that's so irritating. Shouldn't happen anymore. Still says we have bad connection, but hopefully that'll improve. Anyway, did I leave off at the voicemail when I was standing up peeing? Is that where I left off?
Well, you said you went to
Yeah.
Well, I know what I said, but I want to know when it stopped working for them because I want to hit that again. Thank you, Luke. Dude, I ran 3,269 miles and lost 100 pounds while waiting. Good. At least you were productive. Okay, let us know. Left voicemail to her after she didn't answer. Oh, is that voicemail? Okay. Let us know if anyone, you're on the phone with your manager. Okay, I cut off even earlier. Brian Stone, he doesn't remember. That's good. Hung up with your manager, called Donna, no answer. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so anyway, yeah, I hung up with the manager to verify the story. I called Donna, and I was angry, but I didn't swear and I didn't yell. I was just curt about it.
Yeah, you're 19.
Yeah, but I was still livid at this point, really mad. Donna didn't answer the phone, so I left Donna a message, and I said, Donna, dude, that is not acceptable. You shouldn't. First of all, you have no business calling my employer. You're putting my employment in jeopardy. Second of all, what were you trying to accomplish? My hours were never cut. I didn't say that. Like, what are you trying to do? Please don't do that ever again. Thank you, Ashton. Hung up. So anyway, we went to the movies. Okay, we were gonna go to the movies later that day, and I remember we saw Clash of the Titans. That's what I saw. I said it earlier.
Yeah.
I remember I just remember that's because I was so traumatized by the situation. All random details stick out. We were seeing Clash of the Titans. My parents and I went. We got out of the movie, and I checked my phone while I was peeing in the restroom at the movie theater. Checked my phone, and I saw I had a message from Donna, a voicemail from Donna, right? I listened to it, and this was her message. I'll recreate it for you, okay? This is what she said. In that same tone, smiley, happy, no problems, right? This is what she said. Hey, Ashton, it's Donna. I just wanted to call and give you your 30-day notice. Bye. Yeah. I was like, what a fuck?
Oh my God.
So anyway, I walked back out and I told my parents, like, dude, yeah, she's now throwing me out over this. So anyway, long story longer, I got back into town and I walk in the house and we have a talk. And it's very difficult for me to explain this part. I was very young, I was very naive, and very emotionally intimidated by this woman, by how creeped out I was about everything. And the talk didn't go great. We didn't fight, but again, it was my fault, all of it. And I wasn't of the adult wherewithal mind that I am now to properly defend myself. I was shut down, I was vulnerable, and I was completely bullied into thinking that it was my fault. It was a really, really uncomfortable situation. And essentially, we talked for a while, but how it ended was she said, okay, I'm not going to make you move out. And I said, okay, thank you. In my head, I'm thinking, I'm getting the fuck out of here as soon as possible. Mm-hmm. But I didn't tell her that. I said, great. Like we were. I don't know. I don't remember. I can't remember when the next month was up. I don't remember the logistics of all that. But essentially, she said, I'll take it back. You don't have to move out. But in my head, I'm like, I'm still gonna go. That's when I started looking for new places, like that day. But then there were a few more things.
So it's not over.
It's not over.
Yeah, can you imagine to live 30 days with that creep after everything?
So, and I had to find a new place. And I don't have a lot of money. I don't have like money for a deposit. Like I can't keep shuffling, and she wasn't going to give me back mine, So, so anyway, the last few things were, the keys. So I finally found a place. Oh, and meanwhile, all this is going on while I'm looking for a place. It was about a couple of days. It was a few days. I found a place pretty fast, thankfully. And that place I ended up living in for 3.5 years. It was a rented room, and it wasn't that far up the street, actually. It was a rented room in a really nice house with a wonderful family that took me in, and it was a wonderful, amazing place to live, and it did what it needed to do for me at that time in my life. And I love those people to death, and they still love me, and it's a great relationship. So it took me a couple bad stones to get to the good one. But anyway, I was looking for a place. Meanwhile, while I was preparing to leave that week, someone else starts moving in to the other room, which was very close to my door, across the hall. But he's really nice. And he actually, I had my door shut in my room, and I was listening. And he was moving in. I think she had mentioned to me that there would be another tenant soon. Can't remember the timing of that. But anyway, one day when she wasn't home, he was moving in, and I just heard him shuffling things in, and then I hear a knock at my door. And I open it, and he introduced himself. He said, hey, I forget his name, actually. I'll call him Paul. He said, hi, I'm Paul. I'm like, hi, I'm Ashton. And he's like, oh, okay, I'm just moving in. And how long you lived here? I'm like, about a month. And he could read something off me. He's like, "Has it been okay? It's been all right. It's been okay. You okay? You all right?" And I'm like, "You want to come in and talk?" So I brought him in my room and shut the door. And in literally this volume, I talked to him. I told him the whole story, even though she wasn't home. I didn't care. I didn't know what kind of cameras she had going on. I whispered and I told him the whole thing, everything I just told you guys, and he was freaked out. I felt bad because he just moved in, but I wanted him to know. I don't want to leave him to discover all this shit. So him and I actually kind of formed a bond, which was really nice. But anyway, fast forward to my move out date. I'm moving stuff out, and I'm bringing her into the room to do one final check to make sure nothing was damaged or whatever. And she's looking around. She's looking in the ground at the bed. And then she opens the closet. And the closet has a high shelf. You know, some of those closets, you hang your clothes here. And at the very top, there's like a little shelf. It's only like this tall, but you can put extra stuff. I never even looked up there, let alone put anything. But she looks up there, and she sees something. And she's like, what is that? Is that yours? I'm like, what is what? She's like, that little box up there. What is that? So she reaches up and grabs it down. And it's an old-ass, something you'd see in a horror movie, wooden box like this with a little latch on the front, and it opens from the top.
Weed.
No. She brings it down and she opens it, and it's a box full of keys. Like 60 keys, different keys to different things. And she's like, why do you have this? And I was like, I don't even know what the fuck that is. I've never seen it in my life. And she's like, you shouldn't have this. Why do you have this? She started yelling at me for having a mysterious box of keys that I'd never seen in my life, let alone she hadn't seen in a long time because she didn't even know it was in there. Creepy! Anyway, I moved the fuck out, right? I get up, and then like the next day, I can't remember if it was a phone call or an email. I think it was a phone call, a voicemail or something. And I don't remember the exact tone. It was a similar tone, but essentially she called me to say that I owe her money for damage that I caused in her kitchen. It was a phone call now that I remember because we went back and forth about it. She said, you chipped the tile in my kitchen. And I was like, I what? She's like, do you have a rolling bag or something, a suitcase? Did you roll it through my kitchen because you chipped a tile?
Oh my God.
Now, mind you, I do have a rolling bag, but the kitchen is nowhere near the exit path from my room to the front door. Nowhere near it. I would have no reason to go through the kitchen. It's a completely different part of the house than my path out the door, which I wanted the shortest one possible. She started asking for money to pay for a chipped tile for a roller suitcase that never happened.
Oh my God.
It was a nightmare. She wanted money for a kitchen tile. I wanted my deposit back. Never got it. Papissimo actually sent her a very strongly worded, actually he called her and sent her an email from him and the lawyer. And it was looking to be an expensive fight. So we just diffused it and moved on. And I haven't actually heard from her since. I did, however, have lunch with that guy, that tenant, like a few weeks later. He moved out fast. And we had lunch and kind of a little bonding thing. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Anyway, I'll fast forward to one final funny thing. So I told you the two people I had told this story to. These two friends of mine are very big horror fans. So the only reason I told them this story was one day we were all hanging out together, and they were talking about some old classic movies, and they saw something with this person, Donna, on some kind of event or something. I forget the context. But one of my friends, Kristen, she was reading to my other friend, Amanda. She said the name, Donna's real name. She was reading something on it, and she said her name. And I was in their house hanging out, but I was walking past. And I stopped in my tracks because I had never heard that name. Like, it's not a household name. You know the projects, you know her face, but you don't know the name. I never heard someone actually say the name to me outside of that house. So I stopped in my tracks. It's one of those, like, trigger words, you know, at that point. It was like, This was a couple years later. It was a trigger word.
Still damaged.
And I was like, how do you know that name? And she said, how do you know that name? And I was like, I've got a story for you. So I told her the whole story, and we had drinks, and they were literally rolling on the floor laughing. At this point, I could laugh at it too, because it had been a while. But fast forward a few years after that, they were at some kind of horror film convention, and they actually went and met this person. And they didn't tell Donna who they were. But they met her, and we had some fun with that. And then at the same convention, they met, I don't know if it was the same convention or it was a different thing, but it's beside the point. Another very close date to that, they also met the other star of this movie. who was a younger woman, and they told her what I told you guys. Of course, much more condensed, but they said that they have a friend that lived with Donna. And the reaction of the co-star was, yeah, she always did like the young guys.
She always did what?
She always did like the young guys.
Oh.
And I was like, ah! I never spoke to her or heard from her again. And the name still haunts my dreams. But that was my ex-landlord story.
I actually shuffle IMDb so you can give it to me. I mean, give it to me. It's, yeah.
I feel bad. I can't. I want to tell them, but I can't. Do not read this out loud.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Kidding me?
You know the movie, right?
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Don't say it.
Yeah.
And I'll show you the actress.
Are you kidding me right now?
The actress. I'm sorry, guys. Right here. Don't read that. That's a much younger picture of her, obviously. She doesn't look like anything like that now. But she's, one of the stars of the movie. I'm sorry, guys. I can't. I have to protect myself. I can't say it. I want to. If we're ever having drinks one-on-one, maybe I'll tell you, but I can't say it. But, that's the story. Creepy as fuck. Anyway, the place I found after that I lived in for over 3 years. They were amazing. They're like family to me. So, yeah, she's an Academy Award nominee for. I'll show you what movie. For this movie.
Media, just a hint.
This movie from this year. Don't read it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's an oldie.
Yeah.
So can't show it. I can't. We want.
She's a psycho. She does look like a psycho.
She is a psycho. She's certifiably insane. So.
Damn.
Anyway, that took an hour and 15 minutes. I'm sorry.
Wow, I didn't even feel that.
All the buffering and stuff made it longer. Jennifer O. Anyway, let's give some shout outs. We haven't given any attention to our squad because it's a long story. I'm very sorry, but a lot of people were wanting me to tell it. So, creative filmmaker. Hey, beautiful babes. What's up, creative filmmaker? Bren Fireheart. Please PM me. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't. Jennifer O. Yeah, I don't know if I probably can't tell you, but we can have drinks. Here's a hint. She's female. Sir Nichols, you're right. Omatic Dream, what's up? Marky Mark, what's up, brother? Donna Demetric, I'm sorry for copying your name for her in the context of the story. I don't have anything against the name Donna. I love Donna, especially you. Matt Cola, Stacy Silva, Michelle Peppel, Meg was here. Thank you so much. It makes you who you are, if it shapes who you are and it's life experience. And if it happened to me now, it would be a totally different situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's for sure.
Joy and Pride, Andrew Sheen, Johnny J, Ali Marsh. Thank you guys for being here, joining us for After Dark. It's been over an hour already, but Noah Sinclair, JoJo, Charles Smith.
Too bad back in the days you didn't have a Russian friend who could have walked in and get your security deposit.
I didn't know you yet. Yeah, that would have been great.
Yeah, he is a great storyteller.
Well, especially stuff like that where it's all about tone. I love horror. I love horror movies with a tone. I'm not all just. To me, I'm getting into horror movie theory now, but jump scares are not what make a horror film scary. Tone is for me. So I when I tell a story, I want you to feel what it was like to be there. So I was I'm detail oriented. And it doesn't even give you a fraction of what I felt.
Absolutely.
During that time, this was like 6 weeks long. I had to deal with all this, and there were even more like little things. That aren't even worth telling. But when you package them all together, it's fucking insane, Especially the dog story. That was nuts and a terrifying situation.
My story is nothing like
but
that.
Still, you lighten the mood, though. Tell it and make it more more
we're going to finish on
Don't send them to bed on a nightmare level.
Yeah, I'm just about to say that. We're going to finish on a good note because my story is actually a good story. So that was my same thing. First 6 months. Living in a one-bedroom apartment with 55 Russian roommates. So doesn't matter the situation. Actually, it's been a happy place. Even I've been have to fight for my green card, for making money for immigration lawyer, and financially it was stressful time, but. With all these co-workers, right? You're coming home. All these roommates, we will work on the same for the same company, moving company, right? So we will work together, get back home, and we'll cook a Russian traditional. So I was the youngest one, and I was 26. somebody was like 33, somebody was 43, somebody was 50, and it's just like, like a spread of generations, right? And of course, the oldest one, he will cook unfucking believable borscht. It's a Russian traditional, traditional soup, borscht, right? And when he will cook, people from miles away, they already can smell it that we're cooking, right? So our manager. Oh, hold on. That was landlord on your side. Yeah, that's right. No, that was landlord. Sorry. Yeah, so landlord, he was managing that building, right? So he lived, literally, we live on the second floor, and the only one way for you, if you go on the second floor, is to go to my apartment, my neighbor apartment, and the last one, that was his apartment, right? So, our door was always open, and when we cooked with all these delicious traditional dishes, everybody knew it we've been cooking, right? So this guy, he was elderly, he's American, and he would keep coming, and especially when we cook, we eat, we drink, and we sing, right? So it's gonna be a Russian guitar, la 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 la, and it's gonna be anthem, it's gonna be everything. So, and he was keep coming, and then when we'll be loud, the best thing, as you notice, when we have security once in a blue moon coming to our apartment, if you loud, you just have to hey, you have to invite him or her or whoever is complaining and be part of the celebration. That's how you got them. That's how you So he came first time and he was hey guys, it's already past 11 and you guys singing something on your own language. And so anyways, so we started inviting him. And he tried once, he tried twice, and then he just became a really good, buddy of us. Mm-hmm. And he's papissimo, right? He's old generation. He's a person who witnessed a Cold War. And he was okay, guys, I want to know everything what happened on your end. And I'm going to tell you what we're going through and thinking about Russians, right? In 60s and 70s and 80s when it was Cold War. So my story is nothing. We just we taught him how to cook borscht. He was absolutely person who's food orgasm. He will call it. He was that's my food orgasm. He will stick that freaking spoon in a Russian soup, and he was and he has a big mustache, and you will see that because it's beets in the Russian borscht, right? So it's red. So it's his beard will be fully loaded with those beads. And I don't know.
You paid rent with borscht? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
No, but it was not a rent control building, right? When they can control your rent. 3%, it's a lot for us immigrants who just moved in. So basically, we actually we made an agreement with him. With hey, how about every Saturday or every Sunday, whatever you have a day off next day, just come, and it was part of agreement not to raise our rent. So we told him stories. We taught him how to sing Soviet Union anthem. Mm-hmm. He will play guitar. He knows how to play guitar. Mm-hmm. We just give him a lot of Russian blinchiki pancakes. So we literally bribe him with music, with borscht, and stories about what we knew about World War II. Love it. Or whatever,
I wanted that landlord.
So landlord was happy, and when we were moving out, he actually said, guys, if it's a money trouble, just let me know. I can even decrease your rent. Wow. Not increase. I can decrease. Just please stay.
Wow.
Yeah.
I needed that landlord.
Wow.
Yeah,
I could have made mac and cheese for him, and it would have gotten cheaper rent.
He's excuse me, I can make you popcorn, mac and cheese.
That's all I know.
Can I pay with the popcorn?
Oh my
Sonny,
gosh.
what is the name? What is this soup? Borscht. Borscht. It's a red cabbage. It's from beets. Traditional. I think it's even Ukrainian, but because Russia, Ukraine, Belarus, we saw
Moustache. Guys, Thank you all for being here. This is so cool. I know we still have some new people, and I actually saw a message a few minutes ago. This is the second time catching us live, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for being here. Like I said, we stream multiple times a week, but these After Darks are the ones that kind of pop up randomly. Everyone that's super chatting, when you see people becoming members, none of that is ever required or expected. It just helps us keep the channel alive. So if you're looking for ways to support us, consider becoming a channel member. There's a link in the description. It's the first link. We become a member, which is a few dollars a month, and it helps us keep the channel alive. And hang on, let me finish it. And you get early access to all of our new YouTube videos. You get private live streams every month, and all of the private vlogs that we don't release to the public all goes to the members and the patrons. So.
But if you want, see these two ugly faces saying something happy birthday to
Well, that was my next point.
To your husband, to your babysitter.
We're also now on an app called Cameo, which is what he's trying to say, which is an app where you can go not only support creators, but also buy personalized video shout-outs from celebrities and video creators, YouTubers, all kinds of different people. And we were invited to be on it. So if you'd like a personal video to you or to a family member, loved one, anything, you can go to cameo.com/trilogy_media. The link is in the pinned comment beneath this video. We make a direct personal video just for you. We'll make it nice and long, juicy. You can put requests in of whatever you want us to talk about or say. If you want a special Dexter insult or an intimidating Russian threat, whatever you want, we'll make it happen. Super chats like that. Sunny is my name. That helps us too. So love you all three. Thank you, Sunny. Thank you so much for being a member and all the stuff you do. Cameo, yes, Edward, except it's cameo.com/trilogy_media. Just go to the pinned comment beneath the video, and the link is right there.
Thank you,
all
guys.
that stuff helps us out. We
guys
stream
even like mugs,
the merch,
as you
everything.
see, merch, Trilogy Media, new one. So
again, you don't have to do any of this. You can watch and just enjoy it and just be part of our family, and that is enough. But if you're looking for ways to support us, we have a few outlets that help us do that. We stream multiple times a week, and we put video content out every week. And if you're new to the channel, we just finished a Kickstarter last month, which is going to turn into a huge project. Oh, it already is, and turning into a lot of amazing things. So if you're going to become a member, you'll get all the behind the scenes for that too. And I spent a good chunk of this last weekend editing the blooper reel involved when we shot the Kickstarter pitch video. So those that saw the actual sample scene where him and I are playing the characters in the show, there's a lot of bloopers involved, 80% of which are this guy right here. So I know you don't want to miss that. That's going to be posted only for people that donated to the project and members and patrons. And as soon as I'm done with it, I'll have it up for y'all. So
yeah.
Lori Pants!
Lori!
Miss you. You should be here.
She probably said art hit him. Yeah, here we go.
That's
I just know one step
funny. I wish you were here, Lori Pants. We really enjoyed having you streaming with you. But you'll be back. You'll be in more streams. Lori, guys, tell Lori Pants how much you want her to come back to the States. She'll be in more streams with us. She's a hoot. We love her very much. My sister-in-law.
Somebody, again, guys, you guys asking about the cheat. You guys asking like if you still can contribute and get those perks and stuff like that. Yes. To answer your question, it's a development. We still, writers involved. We writing, we adding stuff, we pitching. Like we're gonna pitch soon. But guys, any support if you still want to be part of the cheat. Even it's not on Kickstarter, there is always, DM us or send us email, and we will tell you how to, contribute. So
100%.
Thank you so much for asking, guys.
Kelly PB Fam, been binging on you guys. You're awesome. Thank you, Kelly. Already working on their next new video, and again, it'll be up first for members and patrons this weekend, and then after that to the public, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Very messy, very vulgar. Also, usually the ones that we release for the members and patrons are not only are they early, but they're uncensored, and sometimes they're even longer. They're extended cuts. It just depends on what kind of footage we have to work with. But we miss you too, Lori Pants.
Miss you, Lori.
Yes, Brian, thank you for the reminder. Magic trick video coming tomorrow. Text me. I'll upload it tomorrow, I promise.
I actually showed it to Art. So.
Yeah, it's hysterical. It's not with Lori. It's with Kira.
I was not here. So.
Warning for sensitive ears. A lot of Irish swearing in it, but it's worth it. I can't censor it. It wouldn't be the same. Matt the Legend, Donna Demetric, JoJo, Chandler Burks, Brian May, Michelle Pepple, Stacy Silva, Verichka Vera, Lori Pants, Meg was here. We love you guys so much. Actually, the vulgarity Meg was here is not from me. It's from Kira. It's the one that I did the trick for. I was just doing a magic trick, but Kira is the one that just was so, thankfully, she enjoyed the trick and was blown away. But her reaction is so vulgarly Irish. It's amazing. So you don't want to miss that.
I want to watch it.
It's hysterical. Andy Doubleday, T1 Insulin Pumper, Fallen Ghost, Andrew Sheehan, Matthew Canadian, Michelle Houston, Stacy Silva. Sunny's my name. They're using Robo app now. Yes. RoboKiller, one of our I didn't even forgot to thank the sponsors in this live stream. Thank you for reminding me, Sonny. RoboKiller and SpoofCard are our sponsors for these streams, these videos, and Trilogy Media.
They
You can
always have our
download.
back.
Both
Yes.
links are downloadable from the links in the description. SpoofCard you can try for free just for downloading it. SpoofCard you can spoof your number when you call people, and RoboKiller blocks spam and scams and telemarketers from ringing and wastes their time with recordings that you can then listen to back later. And we're in the app, so you can put us in your phone. It's very
I
fun.
love when you said like, and you're wasting his time or their time, and you're pointing at me.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
That's right.
yeah. Waste his time too. It's fun. What else? Any other updates? It's just kind of
Yeah, new video this week,
Video
that's for
coming.
sure. Tomorrow a big night, game night. It's a
Yes.
funny night.
Tomorrow at 6. We'll post the actual stream link tomorrow during the day, but look out for 6 p.m. Pacific time. Scammer game night. We call scammers. We make a mess. We play games. We do challenges sometimes. Just depends on the day.
Yeah.
But it's very fun, and it's the loudest, wildest, craziest stream of the week. We do it every Friday, and it's tomorrow. Actually, for most of you, it's today. So look out for that. Pepple, we love you too, Michelle, so much. Favorite scam baiter? Russian Weasel, Michelle, to answer your question.
Well, guys.
Ashton, have you seen Daisy? Anti-double
Oh
pay.
my god.
Yeah, thankfully, I did change the dog's name so that it is another trigger. But I don't want to publicize the dog's name in case it traces back to her. But yeah, Daisy's just as good.
Want Laura to be here.
Coda and Orion loves Amy's lives on Facebook. Thank you for those that tuned in.
Thank
She's
you.
doing streams on Mondays now, which is amazing, and does
Mondays on Facebook.
Mondays on Facebook on the Trilogy Media Squad page. So it's actually a group. It's a group on Facebook. So go apply to be in it, and the admins will add you. My beautiful wife plays music and does song guessing games and
Play
just
guitar,
hangs-
talk about music, have a bonding
hangs
sesh.
out. Sometimes I pop my head in and say hi. But yeah, so look out for that on Monday.
Yeah.
I want to do game night and beat Ashton's ass again. I don't remember it, Lori Pants. I don't remember. It's funny is what you got your ass beaten at was Monopoly, and that was never publicized. But I could tell them how badly you lost Monopoly 3 times in a row. Whooped your ass. It was so fun.
I was going in and out those 3 times, and I just see Ashton, with
That's
that
my game,
with that
dude.
smile.
It's all about
and
strategy.
She goes like,
They wouldn't talk to me after each time. I didn't talk to me for like 2 hours because I annihilated them so badly. And I'm not one to just let them win. What are you talking about, Sia? She knows. Yeah, whooped their ass. And Johnny Yachts wants to challenge me. He says Johnny Yachts claims he's never been beaten at Monopoly, and he thinks he can take me
I
out.
want to just watch YouTube.
Well, we could stream it, but it would be very long and difficult. So maybe we'll just
Yeah.
film it.
no.
I
But
feel
we'll
like it
figure
would
it
only
out.
be nail biting.
John will be taken down in Monopoly. I'm making the case now. He will be annihilated at Monopoly against me. He doesn't know it yet, but he
Lori
will be.
says lies. Lies.
Nope. Johnny Yachts is going down at Monopoly.
Lori, I almost flipped the board.
Yeah, she almost flipped the board and threw all the food and screamed.
Yeah,
and
she was. Yeah, she came to me. She's like, I cannot believe I cannot son of a bitch." Well, guys, thank you so much for
Thank you for joining it.
being.
I know we had a new member, and I think we had a new member before the stream even started.
Right.
So if you did just join, remember to go to our channel and click the community tab. That's where all the members-only posts go. And even if you just joined today, you can see all the old stuff too. It's not just a future thing. So check it out. You can join by the link in the description. And if you join right now, we'll actually see it. We'll cheers to you. You can also do it with the super chat button, I believe, beneath the chat. But besides the point, if you did join today, make sure to go check those posts out. And there's always more coming. What else? We love you guys so much. As always, thank you for supporting us and giving us a platform, giving us this position to just have fun and live our dream and have the most amazing family anyone can ask for.
Well,
So,
it is amazing. We absolutely miss you every single time when the day goes by without even talking to you. It feels weird because it's like, when you don't talk to your girlfriend or your wife or your family, your mom and dad, it's weird when you they there, but you don't talk. It's weird, why you're not talking. So guys, we absolutely love you, adore you, and we're looking forward to see you tomorrow.
100%. Can't wait, guys. Thanks again so much for everything, the support, the love. It's just unbelievable.
Don't dream of dawn.
I will try. You know what, though? To look at where I was then and where I and we are now, the family I have, it's like I don't regret anything. It's life experience, and you learn lessons. We're learning lessons every day still. We always will. So
Yeah, and Ashton,
Wow.
please stop breaking
Tile.
elderly
Tile.
women
Tile.
hearts.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Sorry. She always did like the young guys.
Yeah.
Guys, we love you so much. Enjoy the rest of your night. Be safe. Get some rest. Thanks again, as always, for watching. And, of course, as always, welcome to
Trilogy Media! Woo-hoo! Mwah! Squad, much love!
I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Sorry about the internet problems. Well, hopefully it won't be an issue tomorrow. Love you. See you then.
Ciao, ciao!
Bye.